We've been listening to a press briefing in San Diego where two U.S. attorneys have been laying out charges against two U.S. Navy sailors who are charged with stealing sensitive U.S. military secrets and attempting to share them with China. One of them has been indicted now by a grand jury on charges of stealing that information unlawfully. Both men stand accused of jeopardizing national security as well as U.S. intelligence and military operations. Let's go ahead and bring back in Andy McCarthy, former U.S. Assistant Attorney and a Fox News contributor.
Andy, we know the Chinese are famous for trying to steal technology and make it their own. They're not so bright in terms of creating the new technology. How alarming is this case from a national security perspective? And I'm sure you're going to praise the good work of the folks who cracked the case.
Well, I think it's extraordinarily serious. What you worry about, Mike, is we know they're pushing on every technological pressure point in our society. Obviously, when it's military secrets and military personnel and stuff that has to do with our weapons systems and military plans and the like, that's more immediately serious than anything. And I think that's why, obviously, the FBI and the Justice Department moved on this. They've invoked a statute that actually carries the death penalty if it's a situation where this intelligence that they've handed over to the Chinese, allegedly, if it identified any potential American agents or undercovers, it couldn't be a more serious offense. And I do want to praise them for doing that because of the seriousness of it. And I don't really want to get too political, but I think it's important to note that during the Trump administration, because of the China threat, there was a sort of whole of government approach to this, which worried not only about what the Chinese were doing with our military, but also in private industry and especially in academia. And the Biden administration shut down a lot of that. I'm happy to see that they were on their toes with respect to this case and this military threat. But I think it should be a wake-up call for everyone that this isn't just a military problem. It's an all-of-society problem. They are pushing on every point to steal technology.
Despite the sort of especially offensive nature of this case, Andy, I do appreciate as a non-lawyer that it's still incredibly complex and difficult to bring charges like this and make sure that a grand jury, well, you can't make sure a grand jury does anything, but to present a case in such a way that the grand jury feels compelled to indict suspects. How long would you guess the FBI and the Justice Department were tracking these individuals and were building this legal framework behind the scenes before taking action?
So here's why this is hard to say, Jillian, and I think you'll appreciate this more than most. These kind of investigations are two-edged swords. On the one hand, you have this tremendous threat to national security by virtue of the sensitive information and handing it over to a hostile regime. On the other hand, if you're on to them, you can let it play out for a bit and you learn a lot about what the other side is doing. So there's always the tug in these cases of, have we reached the moment in time where whatever intelligence we can exploit from allowing this investigation to go on has either run its course or we're now at a point where we just have to pounce because otherwise we're going to lose defendants or we're going to lose precious intelligence. So they have to make that calculation. Going forward, it's hard to try these cases because, the defense typically says in these trials that they need to, show more government secrets to the jury in order to mount their defense. And that becomes a very dicey proposition in terms of due process and getting the case to trial. So there's a lot of complexity going forward. But as you point out, and you're right to do so, the investigative phase is very complicated, too, in terms of figuring out exactly the right moment to take a case like this down.
All right. Well, Andy, thanks for being flexible with all the breaking news today. We really appreciate it.
Oh, sure. Thanks.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.